Okay, we are going to deploy this GitHub repository on Firebase without using the terminal. For that, we'll use FireVlyx. Let me introduce you to FireVlyx. It's a tool that connects your Firebase account with GitHub and provides the .web.app domain. I think it's a really nice domain, much better than .versal.app or .netlify.app domains, which don't look very professional. That's why I prefer Firebase. You can also access Firebase through the CLI, but using the CLI can be quite difficult if you're not comfortable with the terminal. That's why I suggest using FireVlyx, a platform that lets you deploy hassle-free without the terminal and with a neat layout. Okay, let's start deploying this repository. Make sure your repository is public because FireVlyx only works with public repos. First, open FireVlyx and log in with Google. Then it will ask for GitHub access. Authorize it. This connects both your GitHub and Firebase accounts, so you need to log into both. After logging in, you will see your Firebase projects associated with the account you logged in with. If you don't have a Firebase project yet, you can create one here by clicking the Create button and following the instructions on the Firebase console. Make sure you log in with the same Google account on Firebase that you used for FireVlyx. I already have a Firebase project, so I'll continue with that. Next, select your site. This will be the domain for your website. I already have two sites created here. You can create multiple sites under a single Firebase project, and each site runs independently. This is a great feature because Firebase limits you to only 3 projects. So having multiple sites in one project is a lifesaver. You can make many sites, not just 3. Let's create a new site now. Enter your preferred subdomain. Remember, it will be in the format your domain web.app. For example, I entered the domain I want. Once the domain is available, click Continue. Now you get two options to deploy, with an existing GitHub repo or by uploading a zip file. Since I already have a GitHub repo, I'll choose the first option. Now it's asking me to select my repo where my project is located. Make sure your project is static or a static export of frameworks like React, Next.js, Vite, etc. Remember, your GitHub repository must be public. Select your repository here, then click Continue. Now, the platform asks for a Google Service account to securely access your Firebase project. Click the button to get the service account. You'll see instructions to set it up. Follow them or do as I'm doing. Click the button. You will be taken to the Firebase console. Make sure you're logged into Firebase with the same Google account you used here. Otherwise, you might get an error, which happened to me, so I had to switch accounts. Once logged in correctly, create the service account and generate a new private key. The key will download to your device. Return to the FireVlyx tab. Upload your service account key back here. Then click Proceed. Your deployment will start and you will see a cool terminal showing the deployment progress. It may take about a minute. Okay, now it's deployed and has given me a button to go to my deployed site. By the way, you can also add additional domains to your site. They provide an option for that. Now the site is fully live and functional. You can see it looks great and perfect. From now on, whenever you push updates to your GitHub repository, your site will automatically update within a minute. Use FireVlyx and explore it.